Hello, everybody. My name is Stanley J. Targos III, and I'm the host of the Response Able Solution. And today we're going to talk about who we are able to help. Who does the Response Able Solution help? As we at the Responsible Brand are trying to help families eliminate debt, who is the person that we're trying to help the most? Well, the main criteria that we need to help someone get out of debt is income. So if you're making income, even as a single person, between $40,000 and $50,000 a year, as a married couple between $80,000 and $100,000 a year, we can help you. If you make more, $150,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year, we can do some tremendous strategies. But let's talk about the kind of person we're looking to help. Obviously, the person with debt. If you have a mortgage, we can help you eliminate the mortgage pretty quickly. But really, the more debts you have, the better it is for us to work, because we can apply the strategy of sequential payoffs based on the debts that you have. And when we're looking at paying off the debts, we're not just looking at a snowball or an avalanche, which is the balance or the interest rate. We're looking at managing your complete cash flow. So if you're someone who's gone through a season like me, the last 6 or 9 months, my wife and I have bought a house, bought 2 cars, bought mattresses for the kids. We've purchased appliances for the new house. I've had some surgery, some medical expenses. We got a chicken coop. We're getting a barn. We're getting the driveway done. Like, all those things have just added up. And it's not a comfortable season to be in debt, but we certainly have 7 or 8 or 9 debts that we want to eliminate. And as we plug them into the process and work this ourselves, we've actually paid off several of our smaller debts already. And we're creating the velocity of money inside our economy, letting those dollars work for us instead of against us, letting them work for us instead of working for the banks. And we're eliminating debt quickly. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 debts. If you got 20 debts, that doesn't bother me. We see it all the time. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed. Let's just look at the problem. Let's see what the solution is, and let's tackle it. So someone who's got many debts, and people who have student loans, parents and students. If we attack it as, well, this is my student's problem, or, well, mom and dad, that's your problem, it will get handled, but it won't be handled as efficiently as if we look at it as a family problem. And if your family's in a situation where you can work together, we've got some great solutions and strategies to help you eliminate the family college debt in rapid time. I've helped people get out of $60,000, $70,000 of student loans where the family's working together. Some of it's in the parent's name, some of it's in the student's name, and we're managing cash flow together. I've eliminated $68,000 in debt in under 5 years. And it wasn't mom and dad putting $2,000 a month in and the kid putting in $50 a month. It was actually working together as a family and managing the cash flow so mom and dad can still take care of the other kids, take care of the medical, fund the retirement, eliminate their own mortgage debt, take care of the car payments, buy the insurances, all the things that parents need to do. And the person who graduated was able to use the dollars that they should be dedicating to pay off debt and eliminate some of the parents' debt first, and then their biggest debts, and then some of the parents' debt. And when we combine it all together, the synergy of those dollars works so well. The family wins. And that's really what we're looking at. What good is it if the student's out of debt in 4 or 5 years and mom and dad are paying on it for 10? Or the reverse. No one feels good about that scenario. So anyone who has education debt, and this is even for the person who's a doctor, a lawyer, who went for an MBA or a master's program, and you've got 80, 90, 100, $220,000 in student loan debt, or the couple who just got married or has been married for a while and one of them went back to school and you're finishing up the other one's student loan debt. Now you just added $60,000 in new debt. We can help. The third person, if you just suffered a job loss, and if you are squeezing your dollars and trying to figure out how to manage life, and you've got debt, a mortgage, a car payment, health bills, credit card debt, let us help you. And the way we can help you is not by telling you all the bad stuff that has to happen, or there's only a solution if you get a job and get your income back up again. It's how do you navigate that window between jobs without compounding the problem so when you get a job, you're in debt for 5 years longer. Let's use all the resources that are available. Let's reach out and communicate with the student loan company, the credit card company, the auto loan company, the mortgage company. Let them know what's going on. And we can help you manage cash flow so you're not hurting your credit score or compounding the debt. So if you're in a season where you're in a job loss or your income went down or you got downsized or right sized and you don't know what to do, let us help you. On the flip side of that, if you got a bonus, an inheritance, or found money, we want to make sure that you're not just taking those dollars and getting rid of them to eliminate debt and then waking up broke and having the transmission go and creating another issue. We want to make sure that you're managing and balancing your economy in a way that works for you, not against you. Of course, we want you to pay off debt. Of course we do. But let's look at how we do that by building a savings, building an emergency fund, paying off the right debt first. What if you got a high payment debt that's on a zero interest credit card? Maybe that's the one we should pay off first. Maybe it shouldn't be the car. Maybe it shouldn't be the student loan. But there might be an emotional debt you want to pay off, like a family member who loaned you money. If you came across some dollars or a bonus or a tax refund, let us put together a strategy that shows you the outcome of what you want to do so the math can take the emotion out of it and we can work the right way for you and your specific situation. Next, what if you just had a new purchase like me? But what if it's not a house? What if you just bought a new car? What if you just put an addition on? What if you just bought a new pet? I mean, people spend $6,000 on a pet. What if you bought a horse? Oh my goodness, that could be tremendous. But what if you just had a few big purchases? And now you're looking at it thinking, oh my gosh, we just did some surgery. Now we got $12,000, $20,000 in dental work that had to happen. How do we manage it? And we needed a new car. And then kids are turning 16. We have to buy a used car. And that's $15,000 to $20,000. Nothing's cheap today. Let's sit down and run the numbers so we can help you understand exactly where your dollars are going, what your minimums are, when you get extra money, where you apply it, what the most efficient debt to pay off first is, how you can use the available cash that you have in your economy that you might not even be aware of. We say all the time, people are transferring away dollars unknowingly and unnecessarily each and every day. And if we recapture those transfer dollars, suddenly the burden of how you're paying for something is relieved. And it might just be a season, a 12 to 18 or 24-month window that you need help. But we want to be the people who help put the strategy in place to help you win, to help you succeed with grace, with contentment, with peace. God gave us the ability to use our lives and our skills and our talents to go and work to be the best father, the best mother, the best husband, the best wife, the best partner in a firm, the best coworker. Let's use it to be a benefit to those around us. What if you have young kids and you need to take that Disney trip because your kids are aging out of that being impactful? Well, for 3, 4, 5 families for a week or 10 days, I mean, you're not just going to go for 2 days. For 4 or 5 days, that's $8,000 to $15,000 depending on where you stay. My goodness, that can be a huge burden. Well, let's take that. Let's make it happen. But let's not sacrifice 5 or 7 years of paying it off so you can take one vacation every decade. Let's make it manageable. Let's create the memories without creating a memory hangover and regret. Let's create the memory, but let's enjoy the memory. Doesn't that sound so much better? What if you need to take that 25-year anniversary trip to Hawaii and you're just a little short on the savings? Let's figure it out. Sometimes debt's required. If we wait to pay cash for everything, like Beans and Rice Man says, we never buy a home, we never buy a car, we never put our kids through college. Not the solution we're looking for. It doesn't happen in the real world. Can't wait till you have kids till you're 60 when you can finally afford it. You miss out on all the joy of being youthful. So let's plan efficiently. What if you've got a future purchase? What if you have kids that are 10, 12, 14? You're thinking, man, they're just buying them used cars, but then I got college in 5 years. And that's 80 to 150,000 per kid. What if you're outgrowing your house and the real estate market doesn't allow you to purchase a new house, so you need to put an addition on? And that's 50 to 75 grand or more. For crying out loud, I had someone tell me the deck that they were building was 120,000. Who would have thought 120,000 for a deck? But that's the world we live in today. What if you have a new addition? You have a child, a kid that's coming in. That's expensive. What if your new addition is a house, a rental property, a hobby? You're getting into equestrian, or you're finally going to take the golf lessons and go travel, or you're going to do winter skiing. My goodness, that can be super expensive year one. You want to buy a rental property and grow your portfolio. You need to buy 5 Bitcoin. You need some capital storage, so because there's an opportunity that's coming up and you need to take advantage of it. Well, we want to help you with that want and that desire. That's the beauty of what we do, is we help people manage cash flow in seasons that require debt, or in seasons that require huge savings. It doesn't have to be hard, challenging, embarrassing, shameful, or boastful. It just needs to happen in a way that allows you to sleep at night. That's what we do. So listen, I hope this information is valuable. I hope it allows you to open up your mind and start dreaming again about the potential. If you're in a season where your income's low and you're door dashing to figure it out, we'll help you manage it. It's not always going to be that way, but the minute you land the right job, the minute the opportunity falls in your lap, the minute you hit a double, a single, or a home run, we want to be there to make sure you keep everything that you earn instead of just giving it away and repeating the cycle every 5 to 7 years. Listen, when I do the work that's meant for me, I have joy. When I do all the work that other people impose on my life, I'm exhausted. And I say it in a God way like this: when I let God work, I have fulfillment and contentment. When I do God's work, I'm exhausted. Well, money is one of the biggest things they talk about in the Bible. So let's apply those principles in a response able way, because we want to be able to respond to whatever life brings your way. So I hope this helps. I hope you have a great day, and I hope God blesses your journey. Thank you.